Good morning, everybody. Well, afternoon, I guess, almost, but I'm going to try and do a little painting demonstration for you. I've set up an apple and a camera and my paint sets, as you can see. Paints, brushes, some paper towel. Always good to keep some paper towel close by to soak up water and when you make mistakes. Some brushes. I got 2 cups of water just because I always like to keep one clean if I need to clean up stuff or extend a color without the color that's already gotten into another color getting in the way. So I'm just going to sort of set up my composition. I want that a little bit off center. Maybe I'll put this over here. Maybe I'll go a little more the other way. I think I like that better. All right. So first thing to do is sort of sketch your composition. So I've got this apple set up. I'm going to quickly sketch the apple. Doesn't have to be a great sketch here. You're going to be painting over this. Make sure you do it light is the key. You don't want to do it too dark, and I don't want to see a lot of the pencil in my final painting, so I want to keep it fairly light. There. And I can kind of put in, just as a guide, some of the marks to show me where some of this stuff is. The striations and cross contours of the apple. Like that before. So something like that. And I can kind of rough in, even if I want a little bit of the shadow on the wall, just to give me a kind of placekeeper. Round on the paper. There's more than one shadow you can kind of see here. And I want to work fairly a bit, the thing is right now I'm working under part interior lights and part natural lights. So this could change. So I might have to do, and because it's watercolor, we're going to be doing it in steps because we've got to do different layers and then let each layer dry. So I'm just going to move this stuff out of the way. I want to get a bit of a bluish gray for my background. Get a bit of a blue. Take a tiny bit of black, but not much. And I'm going to put this over into this area. Now, as you can see, the water will want to a certain degree, kind of bead and run a bit. So you will every now and again have to make sure if there's too much water that you keep it flat and you don't keep your page tilted up too much, or it could cause you some problems. There we go. There's I'm just going to sharpen that up a little bit. Okay, so there's that first part of the wall. And I can even almost water down the same color because these two walls are the same. It's a corner, but it's the same. It is the same color. So I can actually just use and water it down a bit to lighten that color up. I'm going to put it in everywhere, even in the spot where the shadow is. And then I'll go over it again in a bit. I may find I need to come back and darken this a little bit later, and that's okay too. A bit too much there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some water over here, take a little bit of this color, a little bit more blue, to bring it in here. And I'm going to water it down a little more. I'm going to come in here and go over it. Trying to keep that a little bit lighter than the other side. Because the way the light's hitting this area, it is a little bit lighter than the other side. Not a lot, but enough that it will read. So I want it to read as being a bit lighter. Okay, so that's not a bad open first step. And I might even just let this dry right now. So I'm just going to leave that like that and let it dry for a few minutes so it doesn't bleed and doesn't run too much. So I'm going to stop the video and we'll pick it up after that.